Hey guys, how are we?
Hey Simon.
Thanks, Simon.
It's the way. Rightio, who's away?
Simon, good morning. You didn't draft Brodie Grundy to be a one-man band, but he's pretty well suited to the role. Unfortunately, Matt's not available.
Yeah, he is, Drew. And, we obviously didn't draft him with that in mind, but we also had that in the back of our mind that if we happen to lose a ruckman, that we've still got a quality ruckman at our disposal. And this isn't abnormal for Brodie. He's played as a sole ruckman for a big part of his career. He's done it incredibly well, and we're excited to have Brodie have this opportunity. It's not what we were planning, but it's certainly an opportunity that we think we can actually try and exploit, how we get better, how we look as a team, how our system looks with Brodie, and trial some things. So we're excited about what the opportunity presents for that.
So can you just take us inside the week a little bit, excuse me. Do you have to sit down with your ruck department and your midfield group and actually go through some things and tweak quite a lot because we haven't seen this too much?
Yeah, we'll certainly have a look at it, both what happens around the ball, but also what happens in transition. Brodie Grundy's not Max Gawn, he's Brodie Grundy, and we've got to make sure we play our game to Brodie's strengths and make sure we've got a system in place that enables his strengths to thrive both in and around the footy, but also in transition. So we're looking at all those elements. We'll tinker with some things and we'll trial some things. So we're actually excited about what the opportunity presents and how it might help us get better as a side over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So we certainly won't waste this opportunity to get better as a side.
And what have the numbers and just your impressions and eye test told you about Brodie in the ruck for you guys so far?
Yeah, look, we got a good look at it last week. There was parts of his game that were really strong, especially in the second half. So we think we've got a baseline to work from. We'll trial some things at training today. We'll look at how we can actually improve that system and get it better. So as I said, we're excited about what that presents for us, but we think it may take a little while, but we feel like we're comfortable now. Brodie's a quality player, and we're excited about what he delivers.
What about the flow and effects to the forward line? What sort of adjustments do you have to make there?
Well, this is probably the more exciting thing. Jacob Van Ruin will debut for us this week, so that's a pretty big adjustment for us. He's worked incredibly hard at VFL level to develop his game over the last 2 years. We've been pretty hard on him about getting his game to the right level in terms of what we want from him, and he's continued to execute that through pre-season in the first few weeks. So he'll debut for us, so that's exciting for us. It's exciting for our supporters. It's exciting for everyone in the game that you see a young power forward come into the game.
Simon, that Sydney midfield group, they're quite small and quick with Goodwin and Warner in there. Do you sort of play to your strengths in there, or do you have to mix up the group a bit?
We'll continue to rotate our midfield. We want to continue to make sure we've got plenty of guys rolling through that inside. We feel like we've got a great group of players that can do that for us. Clearly, Sydney's midfield's very experienced. They're high quality. They're putting more and more talent through there, obviously with Goodwin and Warner going through there. But they've also got the experienced heads of Heaney, Mills, Parker, Rowbottom, these sort of guys that have been around a while now that are really hard to play against, and we know what we're up against when we play Sydney. Their pressure will be high, their ability to win scrimmage will be high in stoppage, and clearly they're doing a lot right in transition.
Simon, just on Jacob, what do you think he can offer in week one, and how do you see him mixing in with the other tall forwards there as well?
Yeah, well, he's trained with these guys for a few years now, so he's got pretty good cohesion with this group already. One thing you'll see from Big Rui is his ability to compete aerially. He goes at the ball hard, he creates a contest, and his follow-up at ground level is exceptional. So we won't be asking him from too much other than to do that for us, to provide a real competition in the air and at ground ball get after it, and that's what he does to a really high level.
Have you known for a while, Simon, you've got something special there?
We've known for a while we've got an exciting prospect at our fingertips, but you've got to make sure with guys like Jacob that they're ready to play. AFL footy is a challenging game, and you need to be ready. And as a 19, 20-year-old coming to AFL footy as a power forward, you need your game in really good shape, and we feel like we've been patient with him and got into a point where it's time to unleash him. So we're excited by it, but we certainly won't put too much pressure on him. He's still got some things in his games that we need to work on, but he's an exciting prospect for our supporters and our footy team.
Stephen May back in this week?
Yeah, he's definitely playing Steve. I've said that on repeat the last couple of weeks, but no, I can guarantee you this week he's definitely playing, which is fantastic. You know, we've been cautious with Steve, making sure he's 100% ready to go. But you know, we need his leadership, we need his ability to win one-on-one contests, and you know, he's a really important player to us.
See the man to take, Buddy?
He'll take whoever he needs to take. We'll position Steve where we need him. So if that's Buddy, it's Buddy. If it's one of the other tools, you know, we'll do that as well. So he's an important player. We know where he plays his best footy. I'm sure he'll be on Buddy at times. They've had a pretty good duel in recent years. So yeah, it's exciting for us.
What do you expect the Swans to do with that tall mix with Buddy coming back in?
Oh, they've got some quality tools, there's no doubt, with you know McDonald and Marty, McLean, and obviously Franklin coming back. So whether they play them all or whether they take one out, that'll be up to them. But whoever their mix is, they're high quality. So you know our backs will have to play to a really high level. It's always a good duel down there between the two teams, and you know we're excited by that prospect.
So I'm just on the Swans, obviously, you know, really talented team. I think they've got you the last few times at the MCG. Have you tinkered with anything in terms of a game plan that will be able to meet them, particularly on the MCG this weekend?
Yeah, look, I think we're getting clearer and clearer picture about what we need to be good at against the Swans. You know, we've played them a few times in recent years where they have had some success against us. So we're under no illusions that we need to make some changes to really take the game to them. Both on both sides of the ball, but you know, they're a high quality team for a reason. But I'm probably not going to give you too much in terms of how we're going to play and what we're going to tinker with. But we know we need to change. We know we need to get better. They have had the wood on us, but that's the great thing about AFL footy. You know, we get a chance to go after the opposition and really set the scene against them.
All right, if that's
Just one more. I'll just squeeze one more. Sorry. Just Charlie Spargo spoke a couple of weeks ago about the fact that you look to change the way you communicate on field when it's going against you. Obviously, you're not going to tell us too much about that, but you know, Sydney being a momentum team, are you going to look to really focus on that? And is it a calmness that you try to bring out in field when the momentum swings?
Yeah, momentum in footy is huge, and we've spent a lot of time over the summer how we deal with momentum, how we stay in the now, how we stay present for what we need to do, and you know, we've continued to practice that within our training, within our match simulation, and within our games. And you know, it's something as a team you need to be good at in big moments throughout a long period of time of AFL footy. So we'll continue to work on that. But there's no doubt momentum in the game's huge, and we want to be one of the better teams that when we've got it, we keep it. And when it's against us, we can arrest it as quickly as possible. So we've spent a lot of time as a footy club and a playing group and a coaching staff on how we best do that. So yeah, we feel like we're well placed to be able to deal with that.